If it's your first time to our video blog, you can always search homes for sale at the top just by clicking on the little button. You'll have a backstage pass to search the MLS just like I do. And we've also got our home valuation tool you can check out at the top to find out from a low end to a high end what your home might be worth. And I am back again with Sean on this call. He's got some questions around when somebody needs to sell and buy another house. Is that right, Sean?
Yep, you got it, Chris. Thanks, Kevin, for having me on the page. So like you said, today we're going to talk about one of those situations where if you're somebody who owns a home and you're trying to sell, but you're also trying to buy a new home at the same time. So my first question for you is, are you seeing a lot of these type of situations right now in the Austin market?
You know, believe it or not, move-up buyers is a pretty big part of what we do. So probably 1 out of every 5 people that we work with is actually selling their home to get a bigger home. Maybe they had a baby, maybe they bought a house and they don't like the configuration of it. They want a bigger yard, something like that. So they want to upgrade. And so 1 out of 5 people we help is going through that. And it's a great question because you've got to really finesse the details of how you structure the paperwork and structure the deal when you're negotiating to make sure you get the best outcome for the consumer.
Okay, so in this type of situation, we hear the terms contingent buyer and non-contingent buyer thrown around a lot. Can you briefly explain kind of the difference between those two?
Yeah, so basically, let's say, for example, you have a house and it's on the market and you need to sell that home and get the proceeds from that sale in order to buy something else. Well, when you make an offer on the house you want to buy, that is going to be considered a contingent offer. And so, one of your follow-up questions might be, what are the pros and cons? And so, the con, the negative of making an offer while you're waiting on your home to sell is your offer is going to be looked at from a much weaker position. So you're not going to have as much negotiating power when you're making an offer that's contingent on your home selling. Now, there's some strategies we have to help improve your odds of increasing the likelihood you're going to be able to negotiate from a position of strength. So there's some little tricks to the trade we share with our clients on how to flip it so that it doesn't look like such a negative.
Okay. So what are some of the pros and cons of maybe buying a home before selling your existing one?
So, so if you buy a house before you've sold your existing home, one of the downsides is you're paying 2 mortgages, possibly. If your other house is paid for, maybe not, but you still have the carrying cost of your other home. So the financial liability, that's the number one biggest downside if you buy another home before you sell your first one. So, honestly, that's like 99% of the downside for most people.
On the flip side of that, what are some of the pros and cons of maybe just selling your home before you buy one?
So like I mentioned earlier, the advantage of getting your home sold or under contract puts you in a better negotiating position. And so, the thing I encourage all of our clients to do is to kind of the steps, if you will, if they're in that situation where they need to, they're trying to decide, do I sell my home first? Do I go buy something first? There's a very strategic path or route that I recommend people go down. And so step 1 is you call us before you start going and looking at homes and driving around. Call us and find out what you're going to net from the sale of your home. Like, yes, you can, if you're like a year out from selling your home, use like the home valuation tool we have on our website. But if you're like 3 to 6 months out from wanting to sell your home and buy something else, call us. We will give you down to the penny what's called a net proceeds estimate. So don't rely on an online tool. Call us. We'll tell you to the penny what you can expect, and we'll prepare what's called a net proceeds estimate. Once you have that number, then we'll recommend you speak with a loan officer. We can refer a loan officer to you to get you pre-qualified on a purchase. And knowing how much money you're going to net from the sale will help position you for success when you go to get pre-approved and to make sure you're getting the best loan program possible. So Once you've met with us, we've shared with you, what we're going to do to market your home. We've told you how much you're going to net from the sale. I recommend go ahead and get the home on the market, and then start the home search. Start looking for properties. The thing is, you might be wondering, well, what if I miss out on the house that what if I can't find a home in time? Like, what if I get an offer within 24 hours? Well, that would be amazing, right? Because here's like that'd be amazing. You're probably thinking worst case scenario, but in my mind, I'm thinking it's amazing, because if you got your house on the market under 24 hours, one, that means there's tons of demand, and that you have a lot of negotiating power with that buyer for the home you're trying to sell. And so we can structure the deal so that you have plenty of time to buy something. Like, we could set up to where the closing is like 2 months out. And I know for sure that in 2 months, we're going to be able to find you your dream home. So under the worst case scenario that you might be thinking, it's actually, I would flip that and say that it could end up being a massive positive to help you. So the thing is, we've mentioned some of the pros of getting your house on the market and then buying. The other thing we mentioned that was a con was you could get stuck with 2 mortgages, and in a perfect world, that's not how it would work. In a perfect world, you get your house pending sale, you find your dream home, and then we do a simultaneous close. So we sell your existing home, and then you close that same day on the purchase of your buy side. So we have a lot of like tips and secrets and little nuggets and ways of structuring deals, and that's the value of working with a team of experts, and that's why you should call us, because we can help create that, I like to call it a magical moment, where you've got your home pending sale and you found your dream home, because that's ultimately what will help save you all the financial headaches of being stuck with 2 mortgages, or fear of putting down an earnest money check on the home you want to buy, and you still haven't gotten your house sold yet.
Great. Well, this has been a lot of great, helpful information. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I look forward to hopefully hearing from some of the folks that have listened to this. I know it's definitely stressful if you're thinking about selling and turning around and buying, but I know without a doubt in my mind we can navigate this and help you get the best outcome possible and create that magical moment I talked about with the simultaneous close. And we do this all the time. Like I said, roughly 20% of the people we work with are going through this. So we know exactly how to structure it to get the best outcome possible for you.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on the page again, Chris, and looking forward to next time.
Great. Me too.